Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to my first What If on this channel. I usually do gaming, and I've been, I think, a month or two since I've last made my videos, my gaming videos. So, yeah, it's going to be a new step in my career. And I'm not sure if you can call it career, though, but I'm going to be starting making What Ifs, and playing is the same, playing. And I might even put some gameplay clips on it. So, yeah. Now, this What If, as you guys might see in the title, this is what if Naruto was an uchiha. Now, my picture, or like my idea of Naruto as an uchiha, is basically a mix of everything that's been done before, because nothing is perfect. I like everything is not perfect. So I'm not going off with much detail because I want to go off hypotheticals. I want to go off like my, not just head canon, but like the original canon of Naruto from the manga and from the anime. Sorry if my voice is, not that clear. It's because, well, my brother's sleeping. He's a baby, and my mom and dad went to get the food, so I'm left alone with him. He's in the other room, so yeah. I have to be quiet, but also I have to focus on his voice, so if you hear me pause a little bit, that's just me checking if he's crying or not. So, let's start from the birth. You know what? No. We'll start from the birth of Minato. Since Naruto's gonna be an Uchiha, I'm making Minato half Uchiha, half Namikaze, and I'm making Kushina half Uzumaki and half Senju, because why not? I'm making her half Senju, aka, Tsunade's own, daughter. So Naruto would have Uzumaki and, Senju and, not Uzumaki, Senju, Namikaze, and Uchiha blood. And the reason I'm giving him that, that because I think it's stated that you need to have Uzumaki and um, what's it? Uzumaki and Senju to awaken the Rinnegan, to awaken it, not to just be born with it, but to awaken it. So, Naruto is also an Uchiha, so he would awaken it the same way Madara did, but not at the end of his life. Probably like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but somewhere in the middle between Shippuden, or not, no, between the fight of the Valley of the End, the first one, and the Shippuden, up to him, prior to him coming back to the village. And a lot of people mistaken the purple Rinnegan that has the 6 Tomoe as the Rinne Sharingan. It's not. It's stated that the Rinne Sharingan is the red Rinnegan with the Tomos on it that's able to go up to 12 Tomoe. I'm giving him that Sharingan, but it's going to stop at 6 Tomoe and not 12, because the 12 Tomoe, instead of just being 12 generic Tomoes, I'm just gonna make it turn into a Mangekyo. And I don't know if someone ever tried to do something called a Mangekyo Rinnegan or Mangekyo Rinne Sharingan, but I'm just making this off my own head right now because I've been thinking of this idea the whole time. So yeah. Um, Naruto's Mangekyo pattern, just imagine what Itachi looks like, but, well, the OBS logo? Yeah, imagine that, but, having the black, the spaces between the logo, it basically, the logo looks like Itachi's, but, the gaps between the thing, instead of making them red, I'm making them look black, and the pattern looking red, so it looks like, 3 Tomoe Sharingan, but it's like, it's bigger in size, a bigger 3 Tomoe Sharingan. So that's what I'm doing exactly with his Mangekyo pattern, and I've been thinking of another pattern for him, Itachi's, but more like Demon Wind Shuriken, basically like that, or like, Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan, but instead of two, instead of four, forehead, instead of being like a shuriken, it would be like a three-headed shuriken instead of a four-headed shuriken. So yeah. So that's going to be his Mangekyo pattern. Just picture it as much as you want. I might even, next video I'll be putting up a picture of it. But now let's just continue on with the video. So Minato, like I said, would be half Uchiha, half Namikaze. Kushina would be half Uzumaki and half Senju. Kushina would be, he would have red hair the same way Minato would have instead of, yellow or black hair like everyone put it up to him, he would have, uh, you know, basically dirty blonde. Like instead of just really bright yellow like he had, you don't have almost up to like a blackish, darker yellow, blackish yellow. That's what his hair color would be, and his eyes would be a dark blue since it's mixed between the black and the blue. So that's what his look would be like. And since Minato is going to look like that, and that would transfer over to Naruto, but Naruto is going to have fully black hair with strands of red on his, basically normal black, but as much as every time it goes down, it turns into red. So, yeah, imagine Naruto's hair tips just being red. That's what he would look like. And I'm giving the Uzumaki a Sage mode. Uzumaki, when they use Sage mode, any type of Sage mode, Snake, Toad, or Slug Sage mode, they would turn, any type of Sage mode that they could get. They would look normal, but just the pattern on their eyes would change into the Senju's pattern, but instead of, orange, it would be red. So, or like instead of brown, it would be red. So Naruto, but like other people who are like Uzumakis, but, not fully Uzumakis and their hair is not red, when they use that Sage mode, not only their eyes and their face get the red pattern, but also their hair changes from their hair color to red. So yeah, that's basically the Sage mode for the Uzumaki clan, and I'm going to give baby Naruto. You know what? Look, I'm not gonna spoil it. Let's just continue on because I've been rambling about this. We haven't even got to the start of the anime. So, Minato would meet Kushina. Everything would go as canon, but Kushina would actually give birth to 3 kids. One would look like Minato, the other one would look like Kushina, and the third one would be Naruto, who would just look as an Uchiha. Naruto would have black eyes instead of blue eyes and black hair, getting Minato's Uchiha side. Menma would get Minato's getting Minato's Namikaze and Kushina's Uzumaki side. So he would basically have, not orange hair, he'd have half and half, basically. And Mito would be the same, having half and half hair. So, yeah. I'm just taking that side because it kind of looks cool to have both of them half and half. Um, you know, Menma's hair would be going a bit down, but not as much because takes more of his father. And Mito would have the same hair as Kushina, just turned up into a ponytail, like double ponytail. So, yeah. Naruto would basically he would look like Sasuke, but like more of a, Naruto Shippuden like Sasuke, not the normal one Sasuke. So, hold up. So, sorry guys, my mom and dad came and I just finished my food, so yeah. So, I believe where I left off was when Naruto, Menma, and Mito were born. Naruto, like I said, had black hair. He still has those 3 whisker marks. He does have that Uchiha face, that makes everyone attracted to him. But no one would be because, they'd say, oh, he looks good. Sorry, excuse me. He looks good, but he's a demon. He's the Nine-Tails soul. And I'm gonna go off of the same bullshit that everyone just, does in every other What If Naruto some shit. If he had, siblings and all that, like, oh, they say Naruto has the soul and all that shit. Maybe you can separate the soul from the chakra. I don't know because I did not pay that much attention to detail when I'm watching Naruto. But, I mean, we're gonna still split the soul into half in Naruto and the other half into Menma and Mito because although they might have a bit of the chakra, I still want them to contact Kurama and know what Naruto's been up to because I want them to understand that Naruto has been through a lot of shit. And I'm not going off and making, I'll make them annoying and I'll make them brats and all that, but I'm not gonna make it in a cringe way. I'm gonna try to make sure that, they have a redeem arc. How everyone got redeemed when Naruto saved the village. They started liking Naruto. They'll slowly like Naruto over time. And there's a certain event that will happen that will change their opinion on Naruto completely. Like, completely change it. And that will basically be. They would think that Naruto would be dead, but I'm saving that until that event happens, okay? I'm just like I have the event in my mind, but I didn't think of that much detail. So yeah. So when they're born, Obito still goes through this same crap that he went through, summoning the Nine Tails and all that. All hell breaks loose, but Hiruzen, although he would use the Reaper Death Steel, he's still young. Like, he is young Hiruzen. Well, not young, but mostly, like, before his gray hair started, coming out. He's still, a bit young. Let's just say he's in his, you know, 50s right now. Let's just say he's in his 50s. Hold on. So yeah, Hero's in his 50s at this point, and he would use the Reaper Death Seal, but Minato would help him out with some, chakra that he had, and both of them would seal half of the Nine Tails into Naruto, and the other half, aka 25% of the Nine Tails' soul, and to Menma and Mito. And they would also get 25% of the chakra, while Naruto gets half of the chakra. Naruto is going to have the bad side of Kurama, so, just to make his life worse. And I'm just saying this, Naruto was the one who was taken by Obito, just like in canon. But Obito wanted to take him for other reasons. He knew that Minato was an Uchiha, and Naruto resembled an Uchiha, like the most one out of his family that resembled an Uchiha. So he thought he could awaken his Sharingan. And Naruto, well, let's just say after all of that, let's just say some grudge that Kushina has against Naruto. I'm not gonna go into full detail because yeah, I'm just laying out I'm laying out everything so I can actually do a better job later when I want to refine the series. I just want this, like, this is a starting point. This is basically like the pilot of the episode. It's not always the best thing, and it doesn't always follow the manga. So yeah. So let's just say she has some grudge against Naruto, which makes her hate him. And let's just go off from there. So we're going to start off truly the story from when Naruto was 6 years old. Nah, when Naruto was 4 years old, because I'm going off of the same thing that everyone does, just giving him Sharingan at 4, which is kind of understandable since the villagers, the hate, and the built-up chakra. But yeah, Naruto would start off with a one Tomoe Sharingan at the age of 4. At the age of 5, he would go up to 2 Tomoes in one eye and 1 Tomoe in the other one. And let's just say one of those times that he was, caught up with the 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Let's just say a certain Uchiha was watching him. Well, 2 certain Uchihas. Someone by the name of Itachi Uchiha, and the other one was his little brother Sasuke. I'm also giving Sasuke a sister, thank you very much, because that's going to be the ship. Yes, Naruto is going to be, with Sasuke's sister. Don't ask me why. So, Naruto and Sasuke and Suki, because I have no other name for her, would just watch on horror, like how Naruto was getting beat up. But they would see that he would activate his Sharingan, and he has, a 3 Tomoe Sharingan at the age of 6, which is something unheard of for any kid, an Uchiha. Even Madara wasn't able to awaken his Sharingan until, I don't know, like the age of, 7 or something. I don't know. But yeah, Naruto has 3 Tomoe at the age of, 6. Which surprised Itachi because, he awakened his first Tomoe at the age of 7. So, yeah. So, Itachi would just watch as Naruto's bodying everyone until actual Jonin jump in and start fighting him, which Naruto would start losing because he's still a 6-year-old, sorry. He doesn't have like much of good taijutsu, and the only jutsu that he has is the fireball jutsu because, Kurama told him to learn at least a fireball jutsu to help him, keep him safe. While Kurama was lying, because that's the bad version of Kurama. So Naruto kept getting chased after the village, the villagers, and his parents would always hit him and all that. Well, Kushina would, Minato, and would always be out, and Naruto, would not even get to see his dad because he's usually outside most of the time when his dad's in, and when his dad's out, he's usually inside. So, yeah, he also gets picked on by every kid except for Suki, Sasuke, and Hanabi, because, well, not Hanabi because she's still a young one. She hasn't been born yet since Naruto is 5 years old and Hinata is 5 years old or 6 years old. So which means that Hanabi is probably 1 year old right now. So I'm making Hinata the bad girl in this one. Bad girl Hinata from Road to Ninja, just because I want her to also hate Naruto and be, want Menma, like, Menma, oh, I want your Menma. Sakura would also like Menma, and Mito would would love Sasuke, same with Ino, and they would, always have a battle between, who's going to have who. So the Uchiha massacre wouldn't happen because the fourth Hokage is still alive. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. The Uchiha massacre never happens. Danzo's caught red-handed trying to get Shisui's eyes, and Shisui still survives because of healing jutsu from Kushina. I would also like to address that Team Minato is still alive, which means that Kakashi has one of his eyes, yes, as a Sharingan because Obito gave it to him, and they were able to save Obito in time because Minato was actually there. He caught up with them, so yeah. And Kakashi has one Sharingan in his left eye and his normal eye in the right, and Obito just got a normal eye transplant. A normal eye on the left and a Sharingan on the right. So basically, imagine Kakashi, wearing his headband and Obito just wearing that, but in the reverse of it, showing his left eye instead of that, and he's not wearing a mask. So yeah. So Team Minato would see what's going on with Naruto. They would feel sad and sickened that their sensei is doing this to his own son. So yeah, we're going to skip it when Naruto joins the academy. He doesn't try that much at first, but he wants attention so bad that he goes full try hard mode whenever there's something about tests or anything, and he would always be the top of his class. Everyone would be still annoyed by it, and although he's the top of his class and gets good grades, everyone, because they hate him, they just drop his grades down and make him the bottom of the class, this is how he's going to be on Team 7. Although he still got, well, let's go to 12 years old Naruto, and I'll be telling you a bit of brief training that he's been doing. The brief training that he's been doing with Itachi and Shisui was great enough to benefit him to be um, a strong shinobi. So which means that as a 12-year-old, he has a powerful genjutsu that rivals the Tsukuyomi. He has really powerful fireball jutsu that if he uses all of his power into it would just turn blue. Yes, a blue fireball jutsu, which is, I don't think anyone even tried to do that in Naruto because there's nothing that made his thing go to the maximum. And I'll be copying something. Well, yes, I'm saying copying because fuck it. I'm going to do something. Naruto, when he awakens his Mangekyo Sharingan, one of his abilities is that if he, looks into someone's eyes, if they're an Uchiha, he can copy their eyes. And, he can copy dojutsu, so he can basically copy any dojutsu, like the Jogan, the Kitsuryagan. He can also copy I think the Shiri, I don't know what it is, but, the yellow 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Not yellow, the sand looking like one, the one that's like the color of the sand. So yeah, so that you can also copy the Tenseigan, the Rinnegan, the Rene Sharingan, any type of Rinnegan, the Six Tomoe Rinnegan. Like, he can copy any dojutsu, to be exact. That's one of his Mangekyo abilities. And the other one is being able to, well, how do I say this? Making his every attack that he has to their maximum level. So every fire attack would go up to black flames. Yes, he would be able to do black flame fireball jutsu, like a Amaterasu fireball jutsu. He's able to do Amaterasu Phoenix flower jutsu. He's able to do a lot more than that. He's also able to do a fire style or like Amaterasu style Rasengan. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Making him OP, but he's not going to be using Kurama's chakra until a certain event for a certain for a certain female. But yeah, Sasuke in this one is going to be a bitch to Naruto. So yeah, there you go. And we're going off of that. It's been 20 minutes of me just explaining the backstory. I haven't even went in here to what, Naruto has been through. God damn it. Okay, so now that Naruto's 12, he, passed, he goes to, Team 7, and Team 7 is made up of Naruto, Mito, Menma, Sasuke, and Tsuki. I'm not putting Sakura because she's useless, and she's going on a team with Hinata and an all Konoichi's team with Kurenai, yeah. And there would be an all boys team with Shino, Kiba, and yeah, I'm just gonna say Shino, Kiba, Shoji, and Shikamaru because they're the only boys left, I think, there. And the other teams like Team Guy and all that, they'll stay the same. So yeah. And they would do their shit, everyone would pass, and it'd come to the Team 7 meeting. Kakashi would meet every single one of them, and everyone would be shocked, everyone except for, uh, Tsuki, because she loves spying on Naruto. Well, more like the, good spying. I'm not saying that she's a tsundere or something. She's not, Toga, but yeah, she's basically like Hinata, but toned down. She admires Naruto, but she doesn't know that she has a crush on him. So, Naruto right now as a child. Well, damn it, I keep cutting myself off. Okay, Naruto as a 12-year-old right now is up to Itachi level when he was 14 and massacred the clan. So yeah, that's basically how powerful he is right now. So Naruto is on the verge of awakening the Mangekyo, but he just needs a little push, and you guys might even know what that push is gonna be, huh? So Naruto would body flick her after meeting Kakashi up there, and everyone would be surprised, except for Suki. Kakashi would just think, whoa, he's fast. And everyone would just say their goals, and until it reaches to Naruto, everything goes the same, except for Sasuke. Sasuke is like, I want to help my friend Menma to reach, the Hokage seat. I hate Naruto. I hate everything that, revolves around Naruto. And I only like my friends and yada yada yada. Same with Mito, same with Menma. Suki says that she, likes a certain someone, and she dislikes everyone who hates him, and she would basically look at Naruto. Naruto is not as dense as he is, so he understands it, so he just winks at her once, and she blushes. So yeah, she says that her goal is basically helping that person out, and making sure he becomes Hokage. And she would wink at him, and he would blush a bit, but not as much as she did. So yeah. Naruto then says something completely different than the normal. He still wants to be Hokage, but yeah, it's different. So Naruto would say, my goal, well, it's not a goal because I'm gonna make it into reality. I am going to become Hokage one day. In fact, I'm planning to be the 7th Hokage because it's probably by the time I'm old enough to be Hokage. And I'm not letting anyone like these idiots to take me down with them because no matter how much they try, I'll always be stronger. And he has this smirk on his face. Now Sasuke and the others don't understand that he's no don't know that he's strong. They just think that he's just rambling, saying random shit around. But they're going to have a really hard awakening when they realize that Naruto's stronger. So yeah, let's skip to the bell test. Naruto would he's the only one that would stand there not doing anything. Kakashi would say, cocky pretty much. Naruto would just say, nah, I think I'm basically going to beat your ass. And, oh, I forgot to say, Obito and Rin are in the same group, so two are going to have to, fight against Obito, two are going to have to fight against, Kakashi, and one is going to have to fight against Rin, because Rin is the weakest out of all of them. So, yeah, Naruto and Sasuke would go against, no, not Naruto and Menma would go against, Kakashi, uh, Sasuke and Suki would go against Obito, and who was it again? Oh yeah, Mito would go against Rin. Let's just say that Mito was able to take down Rin with ease because Rin, well, not with ease, with a bit of difficulty, just because Rin is not as strong as Obito or Kakashi. So yeah. So yeah, they would go against, Menma and Naruto would go against Kakashi, and Sasuke and Suki would go against, Obito. So Naruto and Menma, while fighting, since, Naruto's stronger, and Menma would see this and he would try to catch up to Naruto, and with a bit of frustration, he would start, using more and more chakra until he starts, using a bit of the tail beast's chakra. So that happens while Menma is, really mad that Naruto's stronger than him, that he would sprout a tail. Sasuke, not Sasuke, Kakashi would try to, pull off a genjutsu on him to stop him, but Naruto would think that it's an attack coming from, his Sharingan, and he would jump in the way. So his genjutsu, let's just say it was strong enough to just, well, since he doesn't have the Sharingan, he just thought that he could just put him under, genjutsu where some of, the most precious person in his life would die. And since Naruto jumped in the way because he thought it was going to be an attack, he wanted Menma to continue on, until he recuperates, because he can recuperate faster since he has half of the Nine Tails chakra and soul. But he would be placed under that genjutsu. He can't break out of it because it's a Mangekyo genjutsu. So yeah. And Mr. Kakashi would just put it as Mito getting stabbed in the stomach by stabbed in the stomach, basically. He would make it look like she was getting stabbed in the stomach and tortured and then just killed. Naruto would see this, and he doesn't think it's a genjutsu because, Kakashi wanted to make it look like reality, not genjutsu. And Kakashi, well, did too much for Naruto, which Naruto didn't pass out, but yeah, Kakashi's in for a rude awakening. Naruto's eyes would start changing pattern. His three tomoe would become larger, and it would start morphing around into a certain shape. Naruto would unlock his Mangekyo Sharingan at the age of 12, which is something that's, unheard of for any Uchiha to unlock it at the age of 12, my dude. So Naruto would start fighting Kakashi, and damn it, I'll be leaving it off here because, it's a cliffhanger. I'll just leave you, with this bit of intel about what's going to happen in the next part. So, yeah. He would be fighting Kakashi, and a certain something would happen. His eyes would flash red, and boom. So I'll be ending it off here, and hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment on the video if you want, to continue this. And the like goal for this one is basically 10 likes if you want me to continue it. Tell me which direction this should go through, and I would like to see how many of you guys enjoyed it. If you want me to tweak some stuff in it, if you want me to rework something in 0.5 or part 1 remade, then just type in the comments, okay? So I'll be seeing you guys next time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.